So here's our shiitake lane yard, about 1,400 logs in production. And this video is being taken in September, so we're in the last 4 to 6 weeks of production for the year. Depends on when the temperatures really start to drop. But some of the features of this space would be good year-round shade from these conifers that are casting shade over the whole yard. The kind of needles and mulch layer also promotes good infiltration of rain, and so the site stays dry, which really reduces slug pressure. And we soak a group. You can see our groups are numbered here. So we soak a group every week. There's about 100 to 120 logs in a group. We have this nice big tank that fits most of the logs. We have some smaller tanks that we fill up. We pump water up from our large pond and soak the logs for 24 hours. And then set them up on these racks, which we made portable. They're just some hemlock, rough sawn hemlock from a local mill. Each rack's about 20 bucks. Pretty simple frame, and it holds about 30 logs. So we'll set them up on the racks. Logs that are fruiting will cover to protect from the rain and drying winds. And the result, if all works out, is a nice flush of shiitakes. These are actually logs we soaked 2 weeks ago. Usually 1 week after soaking you get your flush, but we had an early frost in September, on the 19th, so these kind of held off, and then last week they started fruiting. So sometimes that happens. Sometimes when the temperatures either get too hot or too cold, the mushrooms don't pin at all, but we were lucky that this group decided to go for it. So this one rack, about 30 logs, has, probably close to 10 pounds or so. You can count on about a ½ pound to a ¼ pound per log per flush. You can see some of these logs much more, some of these logs much less, so it averages out. Over time we found about 1/3 of a pound per log every time we soak it is about what we get. So that's the mushroom yard.